You may recall in 2024, WIFR ran a story after patients who use needles, syringes, and injectors for medicine said they struggle to find places to safely dispose of them.
Today, reporter Alyssa Kelly spoke with the Winnebago County Health Department, which launched a new residential sharps disposal program to help alleviate that issue.
Disposing of residential sharps, needles used for medication, just got a whole lot easier in the state line thanks to a program launched by the Winnebago County Health Department in partnership with multiple communities.
As more and more individuals take injectable medications and self-administer in their homes, there became this large quantity of waste.
Dr. Sandra Martell says before this program, pharmacies and healthcare centers didn't have a mechanism to receive and accept sharps to dispose of them properly.
So it really became an opportunity for us to look.
Now you can pick up a sharps container at the health department or 5 other sites, put your needles and injectors inside, seal it, then drop it in a sharps disposal box at specific locations.
And I don't want anyone to think that if you don't live in a particular community that you can't use those boxes. You can.
Martell says a priority was to include the entire county, so the department divided it into quadrants, then chose drop-off locations to reach as many residents as possible.
We are here in Rockford, so we have the health department as a site, but then we approached the village of Roscoe Township and the villages of Cherry Valley, Durand, and Winnebago. Would they serve as sites for us during this pilot?
Roscoe Township Supervisor Bob Nowicki says residents seem to appreciate the service.
We probably average anywhere 4 or 5 a day, it seemed like, at the start. People are real receptive of it. They love the idea that they now have a place that they can properly dispose of them.
Reporting in Winnebago County, I'm Alyssa Kelly.
Again, sites include the Winnebago County Health Department, Cherry Valley Police Department, Roscoe Township, the Village of Durand, and the Winnebago Public Library.
Leaders remind residents to drop off sharps only during normal business hours and not to leave them outside.